Hi, I'm Brenda Watson. How are you? Thank you for watching my today's video blog. And today I want to talk to you about sometimes it's people's favorite pastime, but for others it could be their worst addiction. And I'm referring to smoking. And recently CNN posted an article about smoking, which, articles are posted every day on something about smoking, but more specifically about secondhand smoke. And those adults who grew up in a household in which they were routinely exposed to secondhand smoke. Doctors at Columbia University looked at the CT scans of over 1,700 people and determined that those that grew up in a household with smokers had more emphysema-like holes in their lung tissue. The thought process is that these people are more likely to develop lung problems over time. Now, I want to talk about this for a minute because this applies to me. I grew up in the time of the baby boomers, and back when I was born in the mid-50s, and for many of you out there, cigarette smoking was commonplace, and we did not have the awareness that we have of smoking today. That's very important to understand because a lot of us think, well, I'm not around cigarette smoke today, but back then when I was born, it was actually commonplace for women to even smoke during pregnancy. So a lot of us baby boomers are going to have had some exposure to secondhand cigarette smoke and might not even remember it. But here's the problem with that is when I first became involved and I first, was trying to work with my own health, the first thing a healthcare practitioner told me was that I had some lung deficiencies or some lung issues. And I thought, wow, I've never been prone to bronchitis or anything like that. And then as I look back, I had a father who heavily smoked and my mom who smoked infrequently. So we all have to look back into our past. And that's one thing I want to emphasize here and see if that people were smoking in your childhood and your infancy that, could later have a problem down the road that you didn't even think about because you think, well, I'm not in an environment today where there's cigarette smoke. We all know how hard it is to quit smoking. We've known for a long time now that smoking can increase your risk of many diseases like cardiovascular and lung diseases. In recent years, however, it has been brought to our attention by many medical professionals that secondhand smoke can be harmful too. Secondhand smoke is classified as a known human carcinogen, which means cancer-causing, by the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency. It contains over 4,000 chemical compounds. More than 60 of these are known or suspected to cause cancer. And scientific evidence shows that there is no safe level of secondhand smoke, especially to your children, because their bodies are really small. Children exposed to secondhand smoke are at increased risk of sudden infant death syndrome, acute respiratory infections, ear problems, and even severe asthma. Smoking by parents causes respiratory symptoms and slows the lung growth in their children. Now, in more recent years, there has been a lot of public encouragement and support to get people to quit smoking, as well as to reduce the exposure of the non-smokers to the secondhand smoke. So as of May 2009, 25 states enacted statewide bans on smoking in all enclosed public places. And the percentage of smokers is going down. There are many things that you can do to help you quit, but it is hard, and it's really hard for some people. But for some, it's a matter of the brain literally hanging on for the next smoke. Now, research has shown that nicotine increases the dopamine in the brain. And dopamine is a neurotransmitter that is responsible for feeling pleasure and well-being, which makes sense. The more you smoke, the more dopamine produced, the happier you feel. And that is why it can be so hard to quit. When your brain is starving for dopamine, so when the dopamine levels go down, you got to have another hit of nicotine to make you feel better. So that's why you want it quicker and quicker and you smoke more and more. So armed with this information, I decided to formulate a product to help people quit smoking. This product directs attention to the different aspects involved with withdrawal, including dopamine responses in the brain. My product is called Smoker's Cleanse. It's a 3-part cleansing formula to help someone cleanse their lungs of the toxins, remember 4,000 associated with smoking, as well as to reduce the cravings, because you want to do that. You want to reduce the cravings and the symptoms associated with that withdrawal. Our part 1 combines the natural ingredients to help cleanse toxins from the body and provide antioxidant support. These unique herbs, like Malabar nut, which supports healthy bronchial function, so it's like an expectorant, and pine bark extract provides a beneficial expectorant for the lungs to help clean the lungs out. Fenugreek seed and mullein help soothe the mucous membranes and promote healthy lung and respiratory function. Wasabi and N-acetylcysteine help to cleanse the lungs of harmful environmental toxins. Now, part 2 is a chewable orange-flavored tablet, and that's developed to help satisfy these oral cravings that we experience when we try to stop smoking. This formula includes ingredients like GABA, tyrosine, and velvet bean extract that are known precursors to dopamine. So it's kind of helping with that dopamine fix that we're getting when we have nicotine. Now, part 3 combines natural herbs and the nutrient 5-HTP, which I take every day and at night before sleep, and vitamin B6 to help calm the withdrawal symptoms such as insomnia, nervousness, and the big one, irritability. We have some wonderful testimonials on our Smoker's Cleanse product, and we've helped so many people be successful in their quest to quit smoking. And I hope you can use this to help you and your family become smoke-free and live a healthier, longer life. Have you had success with my Smoker's Cleanse program? Please post your story on my website. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week.